Welcome to another Warhammer Fantasy Battle Report. This time it's first of a 3-round series from the same tournament which I attended last weekend with a friend. And it's a dual tournament, so I'm playing my Ogre Kingdom and he's playing his Warriors of Chaos. The first meetup is a battle line called the Messenger, where there's 2 tokens on the board and we need to control the tokens by the end of the turns or kill the Messenger. And that's kind of it. And I had my DSLR this weekend, so quality should be a bit higher than previous battle reports. And if you didn't see any battle reports for almost a month, it's because I haven't played in a month on something that I can show. So let's start with the armies. From left to right, there's 7 Iron Guts with a Fire Belly, an Iron Blaster, 39 Marauders with a Mark of Corn, Magician plus Standard, 3 Dead Belchers in the back, 3 Skullcrusher in front of them, and a big unit of 38 Marauders with Flails, Mark of Corn, and Magician Standard. And in the first unit, there's a Wizard level 1 of Fire. So we're a very fire oriented list, and the idea is to use the attribute lore of fire to boost and do as much damage as we can. The terrain is the piece of terrain on the far right is impassable. The marsh is a marsh, and the thing in the middle is an anvil of you can't remember the name, but it's the thing that you need to test every beginning of turn to see if you get strength for hits or something. And on their side, and from right to left this time, they had a nicely converted Iron Blaster, a Vargeist, a unit of 6 Iron Gut plus BSP, not BSP, Bruiser in it, a unit of Spirit Host, 2 Mornfen Cavalry, 1 Saber Task, a unit of 20 Skeletons with a level 2 Vampire, another Saber Task, and they started deploying, and they had first turn, and they started deploying with the Saber Task, of course, so we kind of ended up out deployed. And on the far left, he has a unit of 4 Vargeist, and here we go. So as you can see, this looks like this, and behind the Vargulf and the Chariot, there's their marker, and our marker for the Messenger is below the middle guy from my lead Belchers. So overall it looks like this, and they go for turn 1. The Vargeist move up in such a way they're flanking. They move up the dogs and the main unit of skeletons, and the main unit of skeleton is a bit light. They can only walk 4. And that's kind of basically it, because on that side they move up a bit, but not that much, and you can clearly see the token where so one of my Iron Guts is the Messenger, and he should be able to get there, and the Messenger for the other list is the Vampire that is hidden with the level 2 Vampire that is in the Skeleton unit. So shooting doesn't do much, and here we go. So here we move up a bit, well, as much as we can. I don't move the lead Belchers because they're going to stay on the objective just in case. And it looks like this. And totally like this. So the idea here is on shooting and magic, we try to reduce the things that are scary to us, and I think we didn't do the right thing. So we reduced the Mornfen Cavalry, and we tried to kill the Vargulf, but only managed to do 1 wound on him. And for magic, I don't remember anything important happening. So his turn. He charges the Vargulf into my cannon, and moves his Vargeist in such a way that they are going to be able to flank the Marauders, and the Marauders move up because nothing really happens in combat. There's only one combat. We move up the unit next to the Spirit Host. Oh, and the thing that happened in the previous turn is that they rolled badly with the cannon and can't shoot for 2 turns, so we're kind of safe that way. But they had moved their cyber task in the middle, and as the Marauders are frenzy, they charged. So they're giving a nice flank to the unit of bulls. Idea here was with fire we would get rid of the Spirit Host and then charge either the flank of the bulls or the cannon and take the objective. On the other side of the board, we're trying to move on and try to make sure that he can't come to the objective. And that's how it goes. And oh, we killed the doggy without a problem, but we can't reform, so we're stuck that way. I get rid of the Vargulf with the cannon. Cannon is really nice for that because he can't do anything to me, and I just do 1 wound, and that's enough to pop him through combat res. And so, hey, my cannon pops the farthest. I was so happy about that. And so his turn 3. He charges the flank and he gets it. What else happened? Oh yeah. On his flank, he gets charged on the flank, and there's like just the space for 1 to fit there. Really. And I'm not sure it really fits because there should be 1 inch before the terrain, and they don't have it for their model. Maybe we should have argued a bit more there, but we didn't. So this is how it looks. And after, so as you can see here, there's a nice combat going on, and we lose that combat. So they run through the skeletons and take dangerous terrain test. They run through the anvil and take dangerous terrain test. Here they run through the cyber task and take dangerous terrain test, and they finally run through the ogres and take dangerous terrain test, and they really end up on the other side of the board. With my lead belchers, I think the wound that you're seeing on the saber task was inflicted by my lead belchers. I unfortunately couldn't kill it, and our cavalry is being stuck in the corner and can't really move. So we're outrun with the cavalry here. And so it looks like this after their combat. So this is how it looks. I'm still stuck in front of the Spirit Host and can't do nothing. The unit of Marauders rallies, and the other one loses combat and runs away. And here they charge the dog and cut our big unit, and then I remember that the anvil was supposed to be inflicting wood, so we're running out, and oh yes, the doggy is killed by the anvil, and so our unit doesn't really die there. What happens though is that the Vargeist are charging my lead belchers, and they make it, and they make it, but am I going too fast? Sorry. And they make it. And where they're gonna make it, yeah, that's the next turn. So I charge the Spirit Host, can't do any wounds to them because I don't have a magical item, but they don't do anything to me, so I pop them through how do you call that, rays, and I don't remember what happened to the second unit of Marauders here, but they kind of disappeared. But that panicked the ogres that ran on that way, and didn't panic the cannon, unfortunately, and we couldn't run and catch the objective, so that didn't do it for us. And in the center, my lead belchers were completely crushed by the Vargeist, but it didn't overrun into the our last unit of Marauder. So yeah, well, so we got a draw, but we lost by 200 points if you really look at points. And so what did I learn? I learned the rules of grape shooting, with my cannon. Until now, I was just using an artillery dice, and then that would give me the number of wounds, and I would just try to wound. No, you really need to hit first. So I don't think I'm gonna grape shot with my cannon anymore because I don't see the point, right? I should just use the cannonball. It was my first time against Ethereal, and now I might consider always getting some magical item just in case. And as always, placement is important. We had 180 points that did nothing, the Scroll Crusher, because they couldn't move. So maybe we should have moved them completely on the left. I don't know. Leave a comment if you think the quality is better than before, or how would you have placed the Skull Crusher. I think placing them on the completely left flank would have helped because the Vargas wouldn't have been so free to move the way they moved. But again, I don't know. So interesting game because I learned a lot. My partner and I teamed up and learned a lot about how to play together. And you're going to see that there's one thing that I just realized now that we didn't learn from this game is like unit that are frenzies that are given a bait by Saber Task, you just need to kill the Saber Task first turn before anything if you have Frenzied unit. And you'll see in my second battle report that'll probably come up in a day or two that we didn't learn that lesson yet. Thank you for watching and listening. Leave a comment below. I like that. How should we have played? What's wrong in my battle reports? Tell me how to make them better. And if you like the battle report, like it. Thank you very much.